Just watching the news where they've got footage of sperm whales beached on beaches, and they're saying it might be the result of solar storms. So just imagine a massive sperm whale can be affected by a solar storm. Just think how much your little sperm will be affected by a solar storm. Because that's what sperm is. Sperm whales are just the largest species of sperm. Inside your testicles, or ovaries if you're a woman, you have these little sperm whales. They're about half an inch thick. No, they're smaller than that. They're very little. About the size of hundreds and thousands. One of them. And that's what they swim around in your testicles and collect plankton made from smegma. And then eventually they are released. What happens is Japanese blood vessels who feed on the sperm is released into your pelvic region, your reproductive organs, and that expels the sperm through your, it's kind of like a harpoon. That's what the harpoon is based on. The harpoon is based on the phallus. And if you're like me, it's also pointed and has 3 prongs. It's a trident, really. That's why I call it my missile. Trident missile. Trident is cool, eh? That's what gladiators used to use. That's a good job, being a gladiator. Fighting to the death. Certainly a motivating force to make you want to go to the gym. Well, I'm going to fight to death tomorrow. Should I do some push-ups? Nah. I think I'll put my feet up, take it easy. If I die, I die. You know. I'm, 33 kilos, and the guy I'm fighting is a 7-foot giant with anger management problems. But maybe I can talk him out of it. Bring up his childhood and some of the trauma from his childhood, and maybe he'll burst into tears, and then I'll punch him in the sperm whales. This is September 4th right now. I don't know if things are gonna overflow into nuclear war. I'm actually in the Asian continent right now, which is a bit of a worry. I'm not really worried about everybody else, just about myself. And if everything kicks off and disaster ensues, then I can't see me being very popular on the streets of Vietnam, walking around. They're going to need somebody to blame. It may as well be me, or am I just paranoid? I guess I can always fly back to, I don't know, Myanmar. That seems a tolerant place. So, things are heating up. I'm going to try and look into the future, what will happen. I heard one thing that they're going to put a trade embargo on China, the States. So the States will refuse to accept stuff from China, and that will really put the pressure on China. They'll put the pressure on North Korea. Interesting days, kind of. Radiation fallout. Can I make it down here? I guess I've had a good enough life so far. Gotta go sometime. Might as well die from radiation poisoning. It's probably quite trendy, or will be in the future. God, I wish I had that. Yeah, they're already printing up the t-shirts as we speak. I was radiated, and I survived. That's why my t-shirt has 3 sleeves. They're doing construction next to me. Or is it a dentist with a psychopathic, sociopathic personality, but it's just this constant sound of sawing. What else? I'm thinking about, I just been thinking about North Korea, really, and my own imminent death, hoping it won't happen. Got big plans for the podcast. Going to be getting guests on. You know, this is all in the embryonic stage right now, putting this stuff together, just getting a feel for it, what works, what doesn't. Obviously, me going freeform like this has its high points and its low points, and I'm aware that this is definitely on the lower scale of things. And that's all right. Nothing's perfect. You can always pause this, switch that up. There's other ones that are better. Well, it's just saying that kind of freed me up a bit. I don't feel the pressure. It's amazing how pressure affects your performance, especially sexually. Yeah. That's what the erection is all about. You know? When you're young. The only thing that really guaranteed to cause an erection when you're a teenage boy is being on the bus for some reason. That is more erotic than being in bed with your girlfriend naked and you're unable to achieve erection because of the pressure. But as soon as you step on that bus, sit over the engine, boom, like magic. Perhaps I should get married to a bus. You know, a lot of people have their wedding ceremony. Not a lot of people, but a few odd ones have their ceremonies on buses, or they get driven away in a double-decker bus from the church. Maybe I should just actually get married to the bus, and then me and the bus can ride on the back of a bride, and she can take us to our honeymoon in Torquay. Or maybe flip that around. Where would be a good place? To Chernobyl. Yeah. Got to get used to it. Fyodor Dostoevsky, Andrei Tarkovsky, probably the greatest director of all time. Him and Kubrick. I mean, Kubrick's movies are more watchable, less boring. You know, less. You don't feel like you have to watch them. You want to watch them. But Tarkovsky's are more like a visual piece of art and very beautiful to watch, but, maybe a bit long for some people. If you go expecting a fast-paced narrative. But his movie Stalker was probably responsible for his death and many of the cast. They all died within 3, 4, 5, 6 years of making that film, which was made in Estonia, I think, during when it was a part of the Soviet bloc, downstream from this horrible toxic chemical factory, and all of them died of cancer of some sort. So it definitely seems to be, all the evidence is pointing towards that they all sacrificed their lives to make that movie. It's pretty heavy and quite symbolic, actually. It's a wonderful soundtrack. I got it from YouTube and I downloaded it illegally, or Internet Download Manager, which I don't have anymore, which is really useful for downloading stuff. It was, I think he uses a Russian stringed instrument and then he puts it through, not Tarkovsky, the guy, I forget the guy's name, he's a Russian composer, puts it through phasing effects, and it's got a really haunting, eerie sound. It sounds like you're combined with the visuals that you're out there in Siberia or Estonia or somewhere in the vast steppes of Russia. It's a great soundtrack and a wonderful film. Yeah. Those two, I guess, Tarkovsky. And then there's all the filmmakers are different. We're almost finished here. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'm going to do another one about filmmakers. I'm going to talk about stuff I'm interested in. Like Ingmar Bergman, Woody Allen, I think is a great filmmaker. Some of them, they were up and down recently. Fellini. Yeah, I'm going to go into the Hollywood guys. Some of them are fantastic. We'll go country by country. Yeah, I found out after 10 minutes I've come up with a subject matter for the next podcast.